Right then, it's still locked down in the UK, so there's not much riding or events going off. So I thought I'd take the time to actually introduce you to my Sportster. Some of you have seen it, some of the modifications and everything else, especially on Instagram and stuff like that, and in person if you're down in the southwest. But with all the new people on the channel, you've probably not seen the Shredder. Now let's go and have a look. This, my little beauties, is the Shredder. I think we're up to Shredder Mark 4.5. Not quite 5 yet, but it's 4.5 or 4.5, whichever you want to do. This started life as an XLH 883. I'll stick you a photo in or a video or something like that. A little doggy there, look. Doggy. So modifications are quite extensive. Go around this side, look. Check this side. Ooh. Isn't she a boot? So the big reason that I bought this bike was it was the anniversary model, 2003, which is 100 years. However, this one was 2002. That's why it's a sticker and not the actual metal emblem on the tank. And a bit like the Milwaukee 8s were released in 2018 for a 2019 plate, the original 2003 100-year anniversary models were released on 2002, which this bad boy is. They have that little engine badge down there, look. Can you see it? Can you bloody see it? Yes! So one of the first things that I changed was, well, it's yeah, tank lift. A lot of people don't like it. I do have it. However, at some point, I'm going to be lifting it a bit more because it's not quite there. That's a 2-inch tank lift, but I want it to come up so it sits on the actual frame itself and raise it a bit more. All the wiring that was down here is underneath the tank now. Yeah, so it's all lovely and clean. Pops out the back here. And a few down there, look, under the seat. Now my favourite mod and I think most important mod for any Harley-Davidson is to change the tyres. And these bad boys, Avon Cobras. On the breakout I've got Avon Cobra Chromes, but on the Sportster I'm using Avon Cobras. So much better. Absolutely fantastic grip. So much better grip. The original, whatever they were, Dunlops, absolute trash. That is my personal favourite modification. The seat. It's a Corbin Gunfighter. It's done some miles with my arse on it, look. Ooh. It's getting a bit worn now, but there's no way I'm getting rid of that. I was looking for a solo seat, so I typed into eBay, Sportster seat. And before the picture came up, it just said Corbin Gunfighter, and I said, I'm buying it, I don't care what it looks like. And that's what it looked like when the image loaded. And oh, I can't believe it. Absolutely love it. Love it, look at that. Fantastic. So the keen-eyed of you would have noticed this has actually got twin discs on the front. There they go, look. They are off an 883R. It's also a 21-inch wheel on the front. It comes with a 19, a standard, and obviously a single disc. Put the 883R on it, 21-inch wheel. Loop the brake. This was all done by B&H, of course. Extra stopping power. Oof. And basically it's just tapped into the hub. In my opinion, apes are a must on a Sportster. Don't know why, they just look fantastic. These are 17-inch Santees, they're called. I like that profile, but I like them a little bit wider, so it just makes that look longer. So these are standard height, but I'm thinking of going 2 to 4 inch overs, just to raise it up chopper style. I cleared that up a bit. Got rid of the horn. Horns under the seat. Bad boy. Back to Evil Knievel, #1, yeah! So they are definitely not the original XLH headers. No. That is also off an 883R. Just obviously for the power. It's still an 883 engine. So I'm not really feeling the 1200 thing yet. But I wanted to keep the 883, but try and get as much power out of it. And I love this flow. But we wanted to put forwards on. So to get the forwards on, we've had to put a spacer in there, look. so it fits, and then just cut the shield. Gets it on there, let's see. It's a beautiful crafted pipe. It's from B&H Motors, down in Cornwall. They welded it on from obviously where the two-piece welded it on from the bottom here. In we go. And I've gone for something completely different. A lot of people like rolled it out or slash cut and things like that. I wanted that rolled out look that we used to put on the cars back in the 90s. Yeah. That behind me is the B&H twin take. It was some crazy idea I came up with. B&H, they modify Harleys, especially Sportsters, for performance and speed. And they do a B&H intake, they call it, which is an elbow with a big K&N filter on. K&N is the best, so don't mess about with it. She's looking rather tasty. Beauty. Ooh.
I just realised it's the wrong fucking lever in here.
Oh! But I wanted a different look, so I went for this crazy idea, the twin take. So the idea behind it is it's still direct intake, so that is your primary. Even though that looks like primary, that's your primary. Sucks in there, straight in, direct intake. That's obviously across the top. It feeds into there. Definitely direct intake, look. That's basically just a secondary on the top. But the noise that makes when you take off is amazing. Still currently a CV carb. I'm playing with the idea of sticking a Mikuni 42 on it rather than the original CV, but that has been fettled with, I call it fettled. It's had the recalibration kit, it's got a better spring in the top, and Andrew B&H has played around with down here a little bit, and it's a lot more responsive, and it works well with that currently. What I did find, because that sucker and that exhaust does give it some serious oomph, there was a few flat spots, so I've upgraded to these Nology hot wires. So they've got a massive spark on it, so you have to earth them. Look, B&H boys, they use those on their drag bikes, so we know that's they are proper, and they really do work.
Oh, I'm moving.
This is the beast. Come on then, Terry, tell me what's happened to this beast. What's happening?
Right.
What's happening to it?
Oh, I'm riding.
What?
I'm riding.
What mods are in there? Come on.
Everything but a kitchen sink.
So I've put them on here, and it's cured the flat spots completely. So now the twin take and the exhaust and everything just works spot on with the CV carb with those. So this little beauty I call the Macamod. I haven't seen it very much in the UK, especially with the Sports of Sickness a lot and all the meetings that we've done with 700 plus bloody bikes everywhere. So I've nicked it and I'm having it. It's called the Macamod. It's basically just sticking an ignition barrel underneath the battery out of the way. One of the things I liked about the XLH was the twin clocks with the rev counter. Can't beat that bad boy, can you? Got a massive rev counter on it. Absolutely bloody love it. These were a bit daft. Fantastic chrome and everything. But in the winter, you can't really hang on. You just slip off it or you freeze your hands, especially with even with your gloves on. So they're ideal for summer riding because your leather gloves stick to it nicely. Look at that. Just like the flames, obviously, to go with the seat. Let's get some back end action. That'll be 30-inch sissy ball. Oh yeah, that's the original mountains for the sissy bar that came with the bike. Just bought a 30-inch sissy bar, stuck it in there. Use it for touring, use it for being cool. Yeah, that's about it really. Yeah, kept the stickers on because I'm anal. Progressive shocks, not that cheap Chinese shit. Proper jobs. Yeah, they're absolutely amazing. Bit of cheese. See that there, look? You see it? You see it? Oh, just down here, look. Yeah, that's where I got knocked off, you bastard. That little beauty, oh, that is just fantastic. One of our guys, Johnny, Johnny's Custom Paintwork down in Cornwall. You can find him on Facebook. He did that for me. Absolutely love it. the shredder. So I've got a few plans of what I'm going to do next to the old shredder to get it up to 5.0. So I'm going to take you through it, and then you let me know in the comments below if you think it's a good idea or not. First off, the tank. Obviously I'm going to raise it, and I want old school flames put on there to go with the theme. But we aren't going to get rid of that. We're going to have the flames coming around it. Proper old school style. Bit dicey style, you know, like the magazine. Anybody that watches my channel would have seen the Hornet. Now, the Hornet has had its swing arm extended 4-inch. Come on then, come on! Oh yeah. It'll work, it'll work.
Yeah.
I'm planning on doing the same, but I want to keep my suspension, pull the back wheel out 4-inch, chain conversion. I want to keep this, but cut that around there, so it just looks aesthetically pleasing. But I'm not getting rid of my fender. I don't want like a hard style fender. I want to keep that seat and that look. So I'm thinking we might have to cut it there. So the wheel sits about there. Just make it look that bit longer and a bit meaner. The light and the plate are going to have to go on the sissy bar. So I'm going to keep this surround, but I want to go for a proper pressed plate. That light I'll probably change and put like a round one on it. So I was thinking maybe the round one around here somewhere, but then I've got a kink there, so it'll have to be around here, and then the number plate there. And at some point I want these heads engraving similar to that, but on both sides, just around there. And then last, I want to keep these black, but all this and that, I want that going chrome. Same with the res there, go and make that chrome. And this bit here. Last but not least, the last mod I'm thinking about is some sort of guard. Obviously to go under here, start from there, go under here and underneath the bottom. Basically just in black. Just to clean up the bottom end of the frame. Right, we're gonna fire this bad boy up. What do you reckon of that bad boy? Right, thanks for watching. Make sure you comment below any of the mods that I've said doing you don't like or you think are going to be epic, or anything else you can think of. Let me know, because I need to do some stuff. I'm bored.